right now. We're live, y'all.
Pound the Walk podcast, episode 1.
Pound it, baby. Let's go. We've been talking about this for a minute now.
This is the
Finally going
inaugural
live.
episode. Hell yeah,
Hey,
man! It's been like at least a year. We know something about pounding the walk. We got some football and some Asian experience. So
little football back there, little Asian up here, right?
hell yeah!
Hey, we about to get it.
And this will be on YouTube, correct?
This will be on YouTube, and then once we figure out a few other things, I'm trying to get it on Spotify. First episode, we'll see how it goes, and then hopefully it kind of evolves from there.
Hell yeah! And I think this will be we'll do like weekly based episodes, obviously with the football season. And this is the first episode. We're also going to preview the season because today is literally the start of the 2024 NFL season, y'all.
Yeah, that's less than 4 hours away, right? So
Yeah, man.
we're,
I don't know
pretty
about you,
excited.
but I could not be upset at work no matter what bullshit was coming my way because I just was thinking about football.
Yeah, so it was the opposite for me because I was so eager all day for kickoff and to kind of get this podcast rolling. So, but hey, sounds like we're both excited. Day one of the season, day one of the podcast. Let's get it, baby.
Hell yeah, man. Let's kick right off. I guess we wanted to start off by our predictions. No experts here, but our predictions on the division standings and who makes the playoffs ultimately because of that. And I guess then we'll finish off with who we picked for Super Bowl. I'm excited to hear your picks. Do you want to go with like AFC North first? We go like North, South, East, West.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's start with North.
All
Who
right,
you got?
AFC North. We're gonna start. I guess how about this? I'll go first. I'll pick my winner, my division winner. Then you go, right? And
All
I think
right, yeah.
this one could be up in the air, but I'm gonna have to go with probably the consensus. I think the Ravens are gonna take that division.
I'm completely in agreement. I'm not actually a Baltimore Ravens fan. I'm an Orioles fan, but rocking that. But here we go. We're going Baltimore for the first pick.
Yeah, hell yeah. Go Baltimore Colts.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm a Chargers fan. Obviously, they're playing the Chiefs tonight, and I'm not gonna say go Chiefs, but I'm probably rooting against the Ravens more than the Chiefs just because of my environment. It sucks. But yeah, number 2 AFC North. Maybe it's a little easier, obviously. I got Cincy bouncing back, maybe a healthy Burrow season and gets them in, second place in that division.
No, I got Cincy as well. Look, with Joe Burrow, you got Chase out there. Anything's possible. I don't think they quite take the Ravens with how stacked they got in the offseason, but they're still a solid team, and they have a lot of potential.
Yeah, both well coached, but definitely I think the Ravens roster. And health obviously. Who knows what will happen with Burrow? But number 3, I got Cleveland. It could have. I was almost thinking about going Cleveland too, just because of their elite defense and their experience now. Their coach Stefanski's an established coach, right? But still got the Browns going third place in that division.
Damn, it's like we're family or something because I also have Cleveland at number 3. Look, you got Deshaun coming in. He might have a pretty solid season. Got Amari Cooper out there. If Chubb gets healthy and comes back to his old ways, he's gonna be a monster. And again, that defense, like you said, is pretty top notch. So, and gotta love Stefanski.
Hell yeah, Stefanski's solid offensive coach. And obviously that means the Steelers going last. That doesn't mean they'll have like a poop of a season. Everyone knows Mike Tomlin's famous statistic of not having a losing season. But this will be a little bit different this year. First time having, I guess, a QB competition, you may say, like a real true one.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, it was tough for me to even choose Cleveland over the Steelers. It could go either way, to be honest. It's just, with how Russ played last year and then the QB competition, there's a lot of uncertainty, so hard for me to kind of figure that out.
I'm happy your dogs bark before mine. Just want to point that out.
I was looking at the time. I'm like, damn, this is when everyone comes home, so.
Yeah. And let's do this. We're going to go, so that was AFC North. We're going to do AFC South. I'm gonna actually, I want to go list off my 4 here, okay? So number 1, I got Houston Texans winning that division. That's just the obvious. And now this one actually, I watch Colts going second. I think with Anthony Richardson not getting CTE, hopefully, and staying healthy, which is crazy. What I just saw a stat said he's only started 17 games since high school.
Look,
Crazy.
he was pretty fresh when he was in Florida, right? So and then yeah, he didn't play a whole lot obviously due to injury. So
Yeah.
he's a huge boomer bust kind of guy right now.
I'm a big Steichen guy. I think Steichen's a solid coach. I mean, he was like a QB coach for the Chargers for a little bit. I like Steichen a lot. Third, I got the Jags. Jags getting third in that division. Obviously, some people may say they're going to get in a playoff spot there, but third in that division. And I got the Titans going fourth. What do you got? You got something similar?
Somewhat similar. I would switch the Titans and Jags though. So I got
Really?
Houston going number one. Look, what they did in the offseason was incredible. Plus, that defense now with Daniel Hunter is just going to be insane. So you got Will Anderson and Hunter in there. It's going to
Yeah.
be tough.
Yeah. Of course.
Indy, they're my team, right? But there's too much uncertainty. I love AR, but I don't know where he's quite at right now. Right, there's just not enough
Yeah.
on him. If he produces the way he should, with JT and all the supporting cast around him, they could potentially upset the AFC South and blow everyone
Yes,
away. But
I agree. I
um,
agree. They're like
you know,
they're like the dark horse because I mean, dude, Anthony Richardson the first week or two, he looked like probably, and this isn't crazy to say, he looked like the most game breaking quarterback in the league over Lamar. Like
look,
that's how I
yeah, I
felt.
mean I don't know if I've seen a more athletic quarterback in a long time come out of the draft, and if he
Yeah,
can stay healthy and the team can kind of click, I think it can be absolutely dangerous.
yeah, it's like a fast Cam Newton, dude. It's crazy.
And then I got the Titans. They didn't wow anybody last year, but they were solid. And then the Jags, I don't know. They're going back to their old Jag way.
Yeah,
I thought there was going to be more out of Trevor Lawrence. If they prove me wrong, it'll be a super competitive division, as it can be. But as of right now, I'm just not really sold on the T-Law train.
yeah, they need to pull. They actually need to do something with it. I mean, they're mad talented. I mean, I'm a little PTSD with the Jags. I kind of want to move on. Told you they'd bark.
Hey, there we go.
I was about to yell "fuck you." I guess I should have done it because I said it just now.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
yeah, you just said it either way.
all right. So we got some disparity. Hey, Dewey, chill out, man.
Can't even read the sign. You're on air.
I'm on
Fuck.
air. I should have put the light on. AFC West. I got we're gonna go right to the AFC West, I guess. I'm gonna go with Chiefs win that division as an obvious answer. My fucking dog's coming down. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Stop. AFC West. I got the Chiefs winning that division, obvious. I got the Chargers pulling through with the second seed, followed by the Broncos. Might be a competitive team, might be, and then I think the Raiders are going to be a booty hole. I think they might be one of the worst maybe top three worst teams in the league, in my opinion. So I got Raiders going dead last in that division.
Yeah, I mean, exact same picks, right? KC, they're reigning Super Bowl champs. It's hard to say that they're going to fall off too hard this year, even with the few changes that they've had. Chargers, I'm expecting J Herb to kind of turn it up because he's at this point. There's a lot of speculation on is he him? So I think he's going to turn it up and kind of really prove people wrong. You guys have a decent team, so we'll see how that goes.
Hardball train, baby.
Broncos, Raiders, again, could go either way. I'm not sold on Bo Nix, but both teams are, like you said, booty hole anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't think either of them even compete for a wild card spot this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Broncos have elite enough like defensive players. I mean, obviously Patrick Surtain's one of the best corners in the league. Sean Payton's like, although he hasn't really produced as a coach since he's been back, like you can't really question his ability as a coach. I mean, it's year 3 I think for him. So as a coach with the Broncos, that is. So I mean, we'll see how that goes. I just
I
think,
mean,
man, Gardner Minshew, I love the guy.
He's not it. And like,
Yeah,
I think the only reason, again, a little team bias here, but I think the reason he did as well as he did was the supporting cast he had at Indianapolis that could help carry him when things got a little tight. So
absolutely. All right, let's cap the AFC off. AFC East. I got the Bills winning that division. This one, could go up in there. I got the Dolphins following them, second seed in that division, and then followed by the Jets, and then the Patriots. Once again, booty hole. I think the Patriots are going to be the worst team in the
terrible.
NFL this year.
I would not be surprised if it's the Pats being the worst because
Yeah.
I have the Bills at 1. Surprisingly, I have the Jets at 2.
I don't hate
You
it.
never know what could happen under A-Rod. I'm hoping he has a stellar season and he bounces back hard.
Yeah.
So it means I got Dolphins at 3, which is tough because Tua Tua's only getting better. You got Tyreek Hill, you got Waddle, great supporting cast, Devon Achane, and they have the potential to be that number two. I just don't know if there's going to be a slump for Tyreek or something, or I don't know. Just
It
not
all
seeing
lies in
huge
the hands
things.
of Tua, and I'll tell you what, I'm not a Tua believer at all. But they're other besides that, like coaching roster, it's insane, and they've produced for about a year and a half now. Beginning of 2 years ago, remember until they got they fizzled out, and then last year they were pretty on fire, like offensively that is.
No, they were clicking for a lot of the season. I mean, obviously they had a couple moments, but I don't know. I just don't see it being as hot this season for them.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, before we hop over to the NFC, we also want to talk about seedings for playoffs. So I guess obviously there's 7 seeds in the last few years. They added the third wild card spot. I think the AFC is obviously also kind of harder to make that decision on. But who do you? I guess we'll go like this. Who do you have as your wild card teams?
Um, Wild card, Indy, um, Chargers, maybe the Jets.
Okay. So you think the Dolphins aren't going to make the playoffs at all?
I don't think so. I
And then
think they're going to have
that
a
means the
subpar
Bengals
season.
as well. Interesting. Yeah, I was leaning on so like I really wanted the Colts to pick the Colts, but I ended up going like Bengals and Dolphins as the probably like 5 and 6 seed, and then I think the Chargers. I know it sounds ridiculous because I'm a Chargers fan, but and they're a lot of people think they're gonna be ass. I'm riding the hardball train. I think we're gonna. If you look at our schedule, it's extremely easy. So I think we're gonna take that 7 seed. I think the Colts will fall right below and almost make a playoff spot. I think the Jets are gonna have an upsetting season. That's how I see it fizzling out in the AFC.
I mean, look, the Jets is either going to be like a holy shit, they made it. A Rod is him,
Yeah.
or it's just going to
Yeah.
be like, damn, there's no saving this team.
And no matter what, ESPN will be talking about that shit.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
All right, well, let's go over to the NFC, and once we finish the NFC, we'll talk about our Super Bowl picks, and that's what I'm really excited about. But yeah, let's do this. NFC
All right, yeah,
North.
you're going to be a little like, what the hell? But
Okay,
yeah,
you go.
I got
You go. You go first this time. So you go 1 through 4. NFC North. Let's kick it off.
NFC North. I have the Lions, the Packers, the Bears, and then the Vikings.
I knew that was gonna happen
Oh.
as well. It's all good. We're gonna keep on trucking. I'm gonna get taxed for the next episode. I swear to God, yo. I have the exact same standings. We're almost 100% on the same page so far here. I also have the Lions being first in that division, potentially first seed in the NFC this year, if not like second. But yeah, and then I have Packers, Bears, Vikings. I think the Vikings. Obviously, it's just very unfortunate what's going on. Like I was excited to see J.J. McCarthy. I'm not even that big of a fan, but I was excited to see like a winning, young quarterback with was it Kevin O'Connell as the head coach. But we'll see Sam Darnold now. But maybe that might be some foreshadowing for later for me.
Hey, you never know. I mean, it could go either way. I mean, look, you got a huge weapon with Justin Jefferson out there. You can kind of make a mediocre quarterback look a little better, but at the same time, when you have someone that good, he's probably getting double covered. So you got to figure out the other weapons you have on the team, and
Yep.
so
Might still bless a lot of fantasy team GMs, because he was probably like a sixth to like eighth pick in a lot of my drafts, and it kind of surprised me, I guess.
I mean, he was 9 in mine, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I was picked 9. I picked him over Saquon, which was tough. But when you see Justin Jefferson sitting there and no one's claimed him,
It's crazy.
you get
I knew
tempted.
that was gonna
Right?
happen. I heard it falling.
That's all right. It happens, right?
It's the first episode, dude. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's we're supposed to iron these out in episode 1. This one, everyone laughs at us, and that's how we get our followers.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at these
That's
idiots.
a clip. Clip that. All right, go to NFC South. You start.
NFC South. All right, so I have the Bucks at number 1. They looked pretty good last year, and the NFC South is absolute garbage.
Facts.
I got Saints at 2, Falcons at 3, and then the Panthers, just another terrible season.
Yeah, I have Bucks winning that division. I have the Falcons going too. I see what a lot of people like. I feel like the popular opinion during the offseason was like, oh, Kirk's gonna put this team together, Pitt's gonna produce, blah blah blah. And I think that's gonna happen. I think they're gonna produce enough to make the playoffs. But more importantly, their division is ass. I didn't mean playoffs. They're not gonna make the playoffs in my opinion. Second place though in that division. and then Saints Panthers. Panthers will probably be the worst team in the NFC. Maybe the Giants. We'll talk. We'll see.
I'm probably leaning Giants as the worst. So
Yeah.
let's hop into the NFC East
Yeah.
then, because obviously we're starting with the Giants being the worst.
Yeah.
So I think the Eagles still take it. Followed closely by the Cowboys, then Washington, and then the Giants are gonna lead the pack in reverse.
The booty hole pack. Yeah, I got the exact same order. Eagles, Cowboys. I got the Eagles producing throughout the whole regular season this year, and people stopped talking shit about the coach. I don't know about playoffs, but I got them winning that division. Cowboys, they might have an underwhelming season in my opinion compared to what the fans want, but they'll still get that second place spot and probably make the playoffs in my opinion. And then followed by the Commies, aka the Skins. Go Skins.
I think I got right there, right?
Hell yeah.
There you go, Washington.
Hell yeah. So that leaves the NFC West.
I mean, I think this is pretty obvious, right? San Francisco takes number one. I don't see in any way that they don't. Followed by the Rams.
Mhm.
Then I got the Seahawks, and then the Cardinals.
Okay. Yeah, see I knew this would probably be not the popular opinion, but I picked the Cardinals, god damn it, for third in that division. I think was it Coach Gannon, ex-defensive coordinator for the Eagles. I think he's a fantastic defensive mind, and I think the Cardinals are turning around. I think Kyler Murray's going to have a bounce back year potentially. But yeah, I got Cardinals going third.
Look, I'd love to see it, man. I mean, the kid's got a lot of potential, and I just don't think he's been able to live up to it yet. So I'd love to see that little gingerbread man running around. And is it the Muffin Man? It was from the Colts Hard Knocks when their defense was like, you got to contain the gingerbread man.
That's hilarious. That's actually I've never heard that. That's hilarious. I'm gonna start calling him that now because he does look
Yeah,
like
he's the
the one
gingerbread
from
man.
Shrek for sure.
Yep,
That's
that's him.
Yeah, I got the Seahawks going fourth in that division. I think I think Geno will have a step down of a season, even potentially to the point where Sam Howell gets a start or two, maybe even more. But yeah, that leads us to I guess picking who we have as our wild card spots in the NFC. Who do you got for your three wild card spots?
So I've got Cowboys. I've got the Packers. And honestly, I think three from the NFC North go. I think the Bears might clinch.
Damn. Yeah, I like that pick. I also have the Packers and the Cowboys. Don't know in which order. I have the Rams taking the very third spot. Sean McVay has, I guess, something to prove now at this point because he's been a little fizzled out as a great coach, right?
Yeah, my only concern is how well their defense is going to start playing now that AD's gone. So
Yeah,
and,
Matt Stafford
is
also
getting older.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
So.
I agree. Well, that leads us to something I'm really excited about. What for the Super Bowl picks? I guess we'll pick who we have as the Super Bowl matchup and who will win the Super Bowl. Do you want to go first?
I'm gonna let you start with that one. 'Cause
All right. I'm a little vanilla here, but I picked this ultimately because I want it to be right, and I want to look back at this and be like, I called this shit. I have the Chiefs 49ers rematch going into the next Super Bowl. I have the Chiefs winning against the 49ers, and is that a three-peat if I'm not ignorantly mistaken?
That would be a
the
three-peat.
Chiefs going a three-peat. I would hate myself, but yeah, I'm picking that as my Super Bowl pick.
Dude, do you know how much Taylor Swift we're going to be seeing if that happens?
Nah, dude, there's
It's
a
gonna
leaked contract. You didn't see that leaked contract?
No.
Apparently it's fake. Travis Kelce already said he's taking like legal action, but there was like a leaked contract where it said that they're going to mutually part ways and break up on like September 28th or something like that.
All right, mark your calendars, baby.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go.
if
See what
that
happens.
does happen, holy shit.
That'd be hilarious. All right, Super Bowl picks. I've got Detroit versus Houston.
I love it. That would
And
be
I
a
have the
fun
Lions
Super Bowl.
winning.
Yeah,
I have the
winning.
Lions taking Houston in the Super Bowl.
The first Super Bowl win for Detroit
Yep.
ever.
I
Yeah, I
think it
love
would
that.
be the first time the Houston's made it to the Super Bowl,
Oh,
too.
of
if
course,
I'm
yeah,
not
because
mistaken.
they're only like over 20 years old as an organization. Yeah, I don't.
Right.
And
So that would be an electric first Super Bowl.
I love
it. And I think Detroit has something to prove, and they're getting close. So, and Dan Campbell's he's a tough son of a bitch. So
Yeah, nah. I mean, everyone loves the Lions. It's like all signs point to like they're the type of team I should hate, but no, I love the Lions, dude. I love how it started with Hard Knocks when they were still just like a ground up organization starting from the ground, and it's only taken like 2 years. They're insane. So
no, they're fun to watch, man.
yeah. Jared Goff, I'm just a non-believer, but yeah, there's no question. I think they're gonna win the NFC. I mean, I think they'll be in the first seed in the NFC. That is, I mean,
Jared Goff's been improving, I believe, since he's gotten there. I mean, he's obviously hasn't been back to a Super Bowl, but he's getting close. And I
yeah,
think he's an okay fit for the team. And again, they have a great pair of running backs, couple solid wide receivers. I
yeah.
think they can get it done.
Great coaching. I always say that I say this a lot. I feel like there's just some teams that their roster is so good. So it's not even a whole knock on the quarterback, but their team's so good that the quarterback isn't good enough that he holds them back. And I look at the Lions and I look at the Dolphins when I say those two
Okay,
things.
no, that's
Like,
fair. That's a
yeah,
fair take.
yeah, like you put Justin Herbert on either of those teams. Now I do think Brock Purdy is that guy because people probably would also say the Niners for that, but I think Brock Purdy is elite. I don't know, but we're going on a tangent here.
Elite is crazy
I
though.
think he's
I mean,
elite. That's a hot
I
take.
think
See,
he's
I
good.
told you we got a couple hot takes. I guess that's first hot take of the day.
There's your first hot take. Damn.
In 5 years from now, he will be like looked at, especially if he wins a Super Bowl or two. He'll be looked at as one of the goats. Like people will be like, he's a goat. He's a goat. Like, just
Mark this day
yeah. I'm just saying,
is when his goatdom starts.
goatum. I think that's Jewish.
Could be Hebrew. Wait, isn't that Jewish too?
That's
I don't know.
also Jewish. Let's go right into awards. This is probably a little bit more fun because I
All
was
right.
trying to think outside the box, but like I said, I want to be right. There was a couple where I selfishly picked a couple, and like I'm gonna pick the one out of maybe say all of them, but I don't know. But MVP, we're gonna start with MVP, or do you want to start with like the more smaller ones?
No, let's start big, man.
All right, start big. MVP. I want I'm gonna go C.J. Stroud. I don't know how
Ooh.
many sophomore year quarterbacks ever win MVP. I'm sure it's happened before. I didn't look that deep into it. I have
Okay.
C.J. Stroud. I think my easy answer would have been Lamar. I have that written down as well. I think Lamar could go back to back MVP. But I'm going C.J. Stroud. We'll just keep with the quarterback congruency. Most quarterbacks always get the MVP award. I'm going C.J. Stroud.
All right. Here we go. I'm going with Josh Allen.
Okay, yeah.
So for them to make the playoffs and for them to succeed, I think Josh Allen needs to have a career year. He's going to have to put up some big numbers with his arms, and he's going to have to run that ball a little bit more, which he's absolutely capable of. Losing Diggs was kind of a huge thing for them, so I think he really needs to step it up for them to be successful.
Yeah, that's another solid answer. Stroud, Lamar, Josh Allen. We'll go offensive player of the year here.
Let's go for it, man.
All right. So my offensive player of the year, I like this one. I don't think it's it's probably like not in the top three answered. I feel like I would go with Bijan Robinson.
Beach.
Another sophomore year season. Am I not mistaken
I
here?
think so. I think so.
So yeah, I'm going Bijan Rob. I think running backs more typically get offensive player of the year award, especially lately, if I'm not mistaken. So that was kind of where I was leaning. I was like, I kind of wanted a sleeper answer. I'm going Bijan. He's a dog.
So I'm going to go, and I know it's going to sound biased, going Anthony Richardson. I think he's going to be able to do big things with the arm. I don't know if he's going to necessarily be MVP because he's got such a supporting crew around him that they're all
Yeah.
going to kind of rely on each other. But I do think he can put up big numbers with that rocket arm. Again, JT as a weapon, that RPO is going to be crazy. Michael Pittman's really getting together, so I think he'll be able to hit him. And then when things get in trouble, the man can run.
Yeah, and I might be spreading misinformation here, but this is just side note. I remember hearing something like Michael Pittman was the most targeted receiver last year in the whole NFL.
I don't know if he was most targeted. He could have been, but I know he was
Something,
fourth
something
in
of that nature.
receptions.
Chat, pull it up. Send comments.
Yeah, right.
Pull it up.
I think he was fourth in total receptions, fourth in contested balls.
Yeah.
So I mean he gets targeted quite a bit.
He's one of those
and then,
obvious number ones. You guys got some young sleepers though, and like a Donai Mitchell for a rookie this year, and Josh
I
Downs.
love AD. I love Josh Downs. Josh Downs was actually a lot more important to the offense last year than people gave him credit for. Again, Alec Pierce is coming too. I think it's
From
year
Cincy.
3 for him now.
Yeah, he
So,
was at University of Cincinnati. I remember that.
Yep.
All right, well let's go defensive player of the year. I'm gonna do this one's probably the most. I probably would say the most guessed one. I'm gonna go with Micah Parsons. I just think he's a game breaker. A lot of eyes on the Cowboys. They'll probably, as a team, push to the playoffs. Yeah, I mean he's like Lawrence Taylor-esque as far as game breaking, pass rush ability around the edge. He's insane. So I'm going Micah Parsons.
that's a solid pick. I was actually leaning on the Parsons train myself, but I think Will Anderson's going to take it, man. I think now that you have Hunter in there, I mean, Hunter had god awful number of sacks last year, so a lot of teams are going to start focusing on him. There's just not going to be a really good opportunity to double team. So
Yeah.
I think Anderson's going to step it up.
My second
if he
pick
plays
was
for
the
him.
exact same logic. I just didn't want to say it because, once again, Chargers fan. But I think Joey Bosa is a sleeper pick for that. He's never won Defensive Player of the Year. Some people might say that's surprising. His brother has. Khalil Mack had actually a better year. He played more games, maybe almost, I think 16 games, had like 20, almost 20 sacks. I think Joey Bosa, less eyes will be on him next year because of that. And then our new defensive mindset in our coaching staff with Jesse Minter.
No,
Joey
absolutely fair. I mean, Bosa's a killer player, so I mean, if he gets slept on, it's going to be bad news for that quarterback.
Hell yeah. This is a fun one. Offensive Rookie of the Year. The one I picked, I was like adamant that I thought he was going to be kind of a bust all throughout offseason. But from what I've shortly saw in preseason, plus just the way I think the NFC's lined up, I think Jaden Daniels
Really?
is going to win Rookie of the Year. I think I
Okay.
think he's going to. I don't think he plays as sloppy balls. Like Caleb Williams, I think is going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. That might be a hot take because it's so early.
Hot
So
take
don't
number
get me
2. Let's
yeah,
go.
but I think Caleb Williams, because of that and his like improvisation, he might throw like more picks than Jaden Daniels per se, and a lot of those stats get looked at for those award picks. I think Jaden Daniels will obviously have more rushing yards and more rushing touchdowns, and the commies I think are going to be a lot like I said for the Colts. They're going to be like the 8th seed and just miss the playoffs in my opinion. I think they're going to actually surprise a lot of people this year.
Well, hey, look, the fans deserve it, man. They've had a terrible team for the last 200 years, so if they can get some people in the stadium, good on them. And look, I'd love to see the kid ball out. I don't necessarily love his throwing mechanics. I don't know if that's just me, but we'll see. We'll see how he goes. I'm not sold on Daniels or Williams yet. They have potential,
Bony guy.
huge upside.
Jaden Daniels is a bony looking guy. Like you don't see many quarterbacks at that wiry of frame, and in the NFL, you're just bound to get hurt. That's what I would say all off season.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. My rookie of the year, Marv Harrison Jr. Man, I think he's he went early for a reason. He looks
Yeah.
great, if anyone's gonna produce right off the bat, I know it's gonna be him. So we'll see.
Yeah, one of the best prospects coming into the draft ever. Funny enough, with Caleb Williams also in the same draft class. This draft class was pretty insane early into the
it was
draft.
stacked. It was stacked.
And then that's funny enough. Like defensive rookie of the year will be a fun one because I don't know the exact number, but a defensive player wasn't picked in the draft this year until like maybe 15, 16 or something like that. I forget. It was something high. But who do you have for defense?
That was us.
Was it y'all? Oh yeah, you got the
It was
DN from UCLA or the D-Tac?
Yeah. So that's actually funny enough. That's my pick.
Yeah.
Latu.
Yeah.
think he's one of the best natural rushing players on the defense this year that was drafted. He looks similar to T.J. Watt. I think if he can get his hands on the offensive line, he's going to make some big plays. He's got like a 4.6 40, so the man can move. Plus, I don't think the defensive. I don't know if it was too strong of a draft for them anyway. So I think edge rushers got it, and I'm going to go with my boy Latu.
Yeah, you got like I think Latu, and then you had like Chop Robinson was another edge guy who went next. I remember Terrion Arnold went to Detroit. He's a great corner from Alabama who like almost took over like the draft spot for like Kool-Aid McKinstry, who fell I don't maybe in the second round or late first. But with that being said, I picked another one of these corners. I thought it would be a fun answer. I have Nate Wiggins from I think Clemson. I could be wrong. He's a really elite speed cornerback. I think he was picked like mid-20s by the Ravens. A great team. He's surrounded by a great cast of young DBs, young linebackers. I think he's gonna get a few picks, enough to like win that award. That's also a lot because I'm just watching preseason. He had a great preseason. I think in all 3 games he was kind of like a stat sheet stuffer those games. So got Nate Wiggins.
All right, I'll take it.
This is the best one. This is the best award. It's a very polarizing award that people argue that it doesn't even make sense, but I like the award. Comeback Player of the Year.
Hell yeah, man! Gotta love a good comeback
Yeah.
like Kim Kardashian.
Hell yeah. Okay, I like that. What do you have for Comeback Player of the Year?
I mean, I put Jets at number 2 for a reason. That's because A-Rod's going to come back and come back strong. I just you can't count a team out if he's healthy and knows what he's doing. He can improvise. He's got the leadership, and if his leg can stay healthy and he drinks enough of that hookah, whatever the hell it is,
Ayahuasca
right?
Johnson juice.
Ayahuasca, yeah, whatever, man. I think he chugs enough of that or smokes. I don't even know what the hell it is, but
It does everything.
if he partakes
every
in it,
hole.
he just like bathes in it.
Yeah, I would do that.
So-
You know that little retreat he did where in the dark.
He spent like a month in like a hut or something.
I don't know if it was a month. That's crazy. I wish I would do that shit, but like for like 8 hours. You know what I mean?
So you're gonna go to sleep, basically. All right, I'll see you all in the morning.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I guess I could just go to sleep. All right, Aaron Rodgers is the easy answer. I had that written on my paper, but I had 3 people written down. I'm gonna scratch the second one. The third one is my favorite answer, and this is actually like why comeback player of the year is polarizing. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers was an elite quarterback as of 2 years ago, but then he got hurt, and now he's coming back off injury and wins comeback player of the year. People would get mad about that. They would say there should be like an injury player. It makes no sense. I think that's rightfully so. He came back, especially because he's old as fuck. But I have this guy, exact opposite reason, kind of like a Geno 2.0 story. I have Sam Darnold winning comeback player of the year, throwing for over 4,000 yards.
Hot take number 3.
Sam Darnold going to go for 4K. Just saying.
That'll be something, man.
They're the most pass-heavy team. I think they are the most pass-heavy team in the NFL. Granted, that was when they had Kirk Cousins, but like statistically they were. But that also points to Kevin O'Connell. He is no question he's an aired out dude. You still got
absolutely.
a freaking Justin Jefferson. Is Jordan Addison? I know something bullshit's going on with him, but if he's playing, he's a beast. I don't know. I think Sam Darnold will have a good enough season. Probably not make the playoffs, but get comeback player of the year.
All right now.
Hell yeah.
Well, sorry, Trav. I think I just stole your line there.
Nah, dude. We need those. We'll get some of their reviews.
There we go.
So
this motherfucker stole his line.
If I'm not mistaken, we got one more award then, right?
I believe so. I think you mentioned that. I think it all starts with coaches. So
Yeah.
if you want me to kick it off,
Yeah. 'Cause
Dan
I'm
Campbell.
sure you already know my answer.
Who could it possibly be? I'm going Dan Campbell, man. I think he's gonna. If my Super Bowl predictions are right, that means that man did a hell of a job leading those boys out there. And
Yeah.
look, he deserves it. He fires me up when I watch his interviews. So
Yeah, I love Dan Campbell. He won Coach of the Year last year too, I believe.
I believe so. But
It
if
could
he,
happen
if he takes
again.
them
I
to
mean,
the
I'm not
Super
saying
Bowl,
it can't happen.
If he did that and then he takes them to the Super Bowl, you got to give him 2 years.
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
row.
If he goes to Super Bowl, Coach of the Year, and you pick the Lions, exactly. There's no question he would probably win Coach of the Year at that point. I just think we squeak a playoff win. Jim Harbaugh has another winning season with what a lot of people say was a very faint roster. It's kind of true. I think Jim Harbaugh gets Coach of the Year.
Hey, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
So now we are this was a fun part because this was like the first episode, and that's why we had to do this part. And we'll probably come back to like our division predictions, right? And
I'm
our
sure we're
award
gonna have to
prediction.
switch it up. I mean, right? I
Yeah.
mean, this is day one.
Yeah, we'll like reflect on it and see how good it's going, type thing.
Right.
But every episode we're gonna track each week, and like we said, this is the start of week 1 of the NFL season, dude. Today,
Here it
holy
is.
shit, I just got
We're here.
goosebumps, dude.
Here we go.
We-
We're hours away,
I'm
man.
bricked up. With the young
I gotta go make some queso, man. I got a game day queso.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry right now. Get some wings going. So we're gonna go through. You and me are now. We're using Run Your Pool. Shout out Run Your Pool. I think it's a good app. Where we're going through our weekly picks. I'm interested to see how similar you and me have. How about this? We're gonna just go back and forth, and we'll be quick with each game, right?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right. So let me look at my picks right now. So obviously we're starting with the Ravens versus the Chiefs.
Give me the Ravens.
I got the Chiefs.
There we go. And
Wait,
then
hold
we
on.
got
I gotta
Green
pull up my
Bay.
picks, dude. All right, I got them. I got the Chiefs
got it?
beating the
All right.
Ravens.
All right now.
All right, week 2. Game 2. Green Bay,
Game 2.
Philly, and Brazil.
In Brazil, I'm going Green Bay.
I'm going Green Bay as well. No home field advantage there, brother. All right, we got Carolina at New Orleans. First Sunday game.
Give me the Saints, baby.
I got the Saints at home. We got Tennessee at Chicago.
Going Bears.
The Bears at home. Houston at Indy. Your boys.
Houston.
I got Indy. I
Oh,
got Indy at home, indoors, rocking in that facility.
I hope you're right, man. But
If Stephon Diggs curses, if Stephon Diggs says the F word more than 4 times, you guys are gonna win.
I just hope that Stefan is just like double cover and just bitches for the ball the whole time, and they just throw picks all
Yeah,
day.
and then they're like, "Holy shit, dude, we don't know. We used to be good without him."
Yeah, right. And they're like, "Well, we paid him. We got to keep throwing it to him."
Yeah, that would suck. I love
All right,
Stephon Diggs. Shout out Maryland.
Maryland. He's in. Is he Gaithersburg? He's
He
local
played
boy.
at he played at Good Counsel. I don't know where he's from, but he played at Good Counsel. Shout
Yeah,
out
he's
St. Andrew
local.
Kim's
So
Church.
yeah, there we go.
All right,
All right.
we
Next
got
game
you got it.
we got Buffalo at home against the Cardinals.
Yeah, nothing, no shocker. I got Buffalo winning.
I have to agree. There's just no chance.
All right,
Then we got the Pats at the Bengals.
got Bengals. I got Joe Burrow lighting it up. Patriots are gonna be so bad this year.
I mean, we already said this earlier. Patriots are gonna be awful. So give me the Bengals.
Hot take as well, maybe. I got Gerard Mayo getting fired in his first year before the season's over.
I don't know if that's that hot of a take, but
Yeah, yeah, he's
it's very much possible.
It's just crazy that he would like talk bad about his team, his like own players, like at press conferences when he doesn't have to do it. Like he said, Drake May. He's like Drake May's the second best quarterback. It's like even if you believe that, and obviously he's the second string quarterback, why say that to the press? I don't know. This seems weird.
I don't know. I mean, maybe he's trying to fire Drake May up, put a chip on his shoulder, but like maybe just say that in the fucking locker room or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we got Miami hosting Jacksonville after that. What do you got?
Give me the Fins on that.
Yeah, I got Miami winning. Probably lighting it up as well, like Cincy. We got Minnesota at the New York Giants facility.
Hot take. I'm going with Giants.
Yeah, I mean it's a home game. I respect it. This is another one we disagree on. I got Minnesota. That's probably my first away game, other than Green Bay, of course.
All right, and now we have the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who you got?
Yep. I got Atlanta pulling this one through. You know, Kirk Cousins, like I said, he's gonna show a lot of people what they believe, and he's gonna produce with the team around him.
So it was tough for me, but I'm going Pittsburgh on this one.
Fair.
I think they're gonna try to ball out. You know, I think Russ is gonna pull some weird shit to try to prove that he's number one on the team, and then ultimately, hot take, he's gonna get cut by week 4. Or
That's
not
your
cut,
hot
benched,
take?
Benched. Sorry, benched by week 4.
Yeah, I mean he costs like a fucking bag of chips. That's all he costs for them.
I was gonna say they cut him and they picked him up real cheap. So
I
if
could
they
see him
cut
like I could see him like demanding a trade for sure. That would be something
Oh.
interesting. We got Seattle hosting Denver after that, I believe. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Me as
I
well.
don't think Denver's not quite there yet. I think the rookie quarterback, who was recently named captain.
Yeah, interesting.
I know.
I'm a
I
big
don't think he's
Javante
quite
Williams
there.
fan. That's why earlier I was saying they kind of separate themselves from the Raiders. Like I'd pick Javante Williams over Zamir White any day as a running back. But yeah, also pretty shitty roster. But yeah, I got Seattle winning that.
All right, and then we got your boys hosting the Raiders.
This is the start of something special with Jim Harbaugh and the journey of winning his ex-team a Super Bowl. He played quarterback for Michigan. Went back ultimately to coach Michigan and win them a national championship. He played quarterback for the Chargers, and he's going to ultimately win us a Super Bowl within the next few years. And it all starts with us beating the Raiders this Sunday.
All right. Hey, I like it. Look, I think the Chargers are well overdue. They've been overshadowed for years by the Broncos and then obviously the Chiefs recently. Even the Raiders had a short stint in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
So, let's go Chargers. I hope them to be magical in the next few years,
Bolt
unless
up.
they play the Colts. So
Fair. Bolt up, Colt up. All right,
All right, and then
Cleveland
after
at
that-
Dallas. I mean, Dallas
No.
at Cleveland. Not my bad.
Dallas,
I fucked it up.
Yep. You're good, man. Hey, give me Dallas.
I got Cleveland. I think this is probably the hardest game to guess on. This will be I saw someone say this on like NFL Network. And it was true. This will be a big deciding factor for both teams. If it's like a great game, then I mean they both will be competitive. But if one team leans on the other, then that's like big telling sign. But I got Cleveland winning. I think Dak is whack. All right, and
Look, I hate the Cowboys, man. I think Dak is overrated, but the man does put up some numbers, and I think that they always start strong, and then Cowboys fans like this is our year, and then they
Yeah.
fade out later in the year. So
That's a
I think
game.
they start strong, and then they drop off.
Yeah, I think that game will be something like if you bet the under, right? That the Cleveland's gonna win. If under hits, then Cleveland's gonna win. If the over hits, Cowboys are gonna win. You know what I mean? Type thing.
That's probably just a game that I'm just not going to bet on, to be
Yeah,
completely
fair.
honest.
All right, Tampa Bay is hosting Washington.
Give me Baker Mayfield, Tampa
Yeah.
Bay Bucks.
Yeah, I got the Bucks pulling. I think Washington's DB room needs to get themselves together. I mean, they did draft I don't know how to say his last name, like Sanders still from Michigan, who I think is more of a
Yep.
nickel. Forbes, I really hope the best for him, but man, has he been burnt toast? And I can see that happening first week.
Poor guy.
Yeah, it's
Poor
unfortunate.
guy.
It's like
I got something
Jaden
to tell you
Daniels.
about him offline. I'll tell you about him.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
And then we got your Super Bowl winning Detroit Lions hosting the Los Angeles Rams.
I mean, come on, they're at home, and it's the Rams week 1. Give me the Lions.
I agree. I got Detroit winning. Probably, the Rams could be a competitive team this year. I got them winning the playoffs, but yeah, Detroit's winning that game. And that leaves the last primetime game,
Monday
Night Football.
Monday Night Football.
I
So
think
we've
of
got-
John Gruden every time I think of Monday Night Football, and he's not even on it anymore.
There was a TV show when we were kids, the Monday Night Football Club. It was like little kids doing adventures, but they always had to get back to their house on Monday night to catch the game.
I don't
It was
remember.
on the Disney Channel or something.
Holy
It might be
shit.
before your time.
That might be.
All right. So we have San Francisco 49ers hosting the New York Jets. Who you got?
San Francisco, I got them winning the whole NFC. I got them beating the Jets that I also think is going to have an underwhelming season themselves. I know you disagree, but yeah, I got San Francisco still winning that game no matter what.
Hey, fair enough. It is the 49ers. But again, I think that the Jets are going to have a pretty solid season. You got Aaron Rodgers, who I think is going to be comeback player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a 21-17 game, and give me the 49ers.
So we were pretty similar. I know we had the Giants game different, and your boys, the Colts, I got them winning week 1. So I know that was two different things. Other than that, I think we were pretty much the same. But there you go. This will be fun to see because this will keep track of our win-loss record. And that's why if there is a tie, you have to pick the tie-break points. But I guess we'll share that. Did you know what the combined points you did for the San
It was
Francisco game?
21-17, so that'd be 38 points.
I did 36. I wasn't even thinking about the score. I wanted to go a little lower than you. So it worked
That's
out.
fair.
It worked out.
Well, it's still going to be a relatively fun game to watch.
Hell
If
yeah.
you were like 3, I'd be like, damn, I'm probably not going to watch that game if you think it's going to be a 3-point game.
Fair. So I guess that's a good way to cap off this thing. As a little outro, I guess, if there's, we'll gain viewers here. If not, fuck it. But if you guys are watching this, just know we're just normal dudes who've been wanting to do this because we love football. Huck it, chuck it, foosball, baby. And if you guys want to comment, ideas, questions, blah, 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 send a dick pic. Do whatever you want.
Dick pic!
Yeah, you might
Let's
get-
go!
We won't be the ones who block you on YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. I like violating terms and conditions.
It's
So.
Big Brother, dude.
And look, hey, if you want to make it a competition, whoever gets more picks right throughout the year, loser has to have a punishment or something. Hey,
Yeah.
we'll consider it as long as, like, I don't have to shave my, like... No, I'll shave my fucking head. I don't care.
If I don't have to, kill myself. If it's anything else.
That's... The bar is real low, isn't it? So, yeah. Hey, let us know
check
what
this
y'all
out,
want to
by the
see.
way. Got this jersey for free on
Hey,
Fanatics.
there you
Pretty
go.
sick. They actually aren't wearing this jersey anymore, which is kind of whack. Apparently.
You know what else is kind of whack? I bought all these stupid signed jerseys for me to hang up for this thing, and I got no fucking room back here.
That's crazy. I need some more signed jerseys. I got that Keenan Allen one. I still gotta get a frame for it. Here, and also, I guess at this point we can cap it off. But I want to shout out my friend Mark. You'll think this is dope. He put a bet in 2 days ago, $50 bet for 3 guys to hit home run. He won $15,500.
Holy shit! Oh,
Yeah.
that's a god damn.
Yeah, that's like a used Honda Civic, dude. That's insane.
Man, that's like 7 Pit Boss grills, dude. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. I don't know. It just blew my mind. So shout out Mark.
That's incredible. Hey, good job, Mark.
Hey.
Good job, Mark.
So I'm putting in $5 first time touchdown parlays, 3 games. This guy scores the first touchdown for $15K now. That's all I'm gonna do for the rest of my life until I hit.
That's all you need to do, and
Yeah.
then you can retire.
Yeah, I'm not
you
gonna
know, with
work.
$15,000.
Yeah.
you're good.
If I have
Just live off
15,
the interest
if I have $18,000, I wouldn't need to work anymore.
ever again. So,
All right. Well,
all right, but I think
pound
we're
the
about
walk.
out of time here.
Yeah.
Great first episode, and
Hell yeah.
hopefully we get some more viewers. Let us know what y'all want to see. Any comments or suggestions? Let us know. He's just gonna hold the pose until I shut the fuck up.
I'm frozen.
And that was Pound the Walk, baby.
Pound the
Let's
walk,
go.
baby. Thank you guys. Do I have to leave the thing for this to end?
I don't know. I'm
Are
gonna
you
cut
in-
this part out, so I'm just gonna stop recording and you just leave it alone until I say something.
All right,
but I'm
tell
cutting
me-
this part out.
All right.
No, I'm not. I'm leaving this in here. Fuck
All right.
it.